All right, peeps, getting ready to present. We're gonna record, so it'll be like you're here in spirit. I'm gonna pass this on to my husband. Okay, so you can do that one.
Boom.
Hey, hello. Hi. You guys ready for this or what? Yeah. Ow! Happy birthday, Cindy. It's her birthday too. Give you guys like 2.5 seconds to sit down. It's already 2 minutes. I'm gonna close these doors. Okay. So while I'm closing doors, my name is Lauren Clift. I am a director out of Las Vegas. So just so you guys know, I love general session. Was that amazing or what? Yeah. That's so true. Totally made me think, you know, none of us are born like great at anything. I'm shaking right now. I'm not a I'm not a public speaker. But you know what? You do things that are uncomfortable and you get better at it, right? Right. Okay, so you guys are here to learn about recruiting, right? Yes, you want to grow your teams. Okay, so real quick, I joined September of 2014. I was a child abuse investigator, so best job in the world. My sponsor was an investigator, and I knew I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I have a bud in the oven, as I say. Yeah. Number one, her name's Gemma. She's slowly sucking the life out of me, but that's what you do, right? I've lived at least under 18 years, or if you were like me, like 24 years, sucking the life out of my father. So, okay, I joined in September 2014. I knew I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. That's always been my goal, and now I stay at home while my husband over here with the iPad in his face. That's JC. He's my number one supporter. He's a firefighter, so we're big on like no fire, okay? So yeah, me director, leader, blah blah blah. So my why. My why is essentially, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate to this. I've always worked jobs I hate, right? Like, what is it about that? Like, well, the money's good. I was a 911 dispatcher. Not. I met my husband though, so. Yeah. So, but you know, everything. It was a very important part of my why, of why I decided like I want something better. I want to travel for free, ideally. I want to stay home with this little nugget, right? So your why is very important. Just something to keep in mind. So I have an outline. But I'm just gonna kind of speak from the heart of, because I'm sure you guys are here, you wanna know how I recruit, right? You don't need to hear about all this stuff that, you know, you can read in your consultant guide. You want to hear about what I've personally done. I assume, right? If you don't, I'm sorry, that's what you're gonna hear. There's the door, okay? Okay, so ideally I want you guys to leave with just some tools of how to connect with people, how to have conversations, how to overcome objections, right? We hear no and we're like, okay, should I go join my team? I'm gonna go ask nobody because I'm scared, right? So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna leave with some tools here to get you guys ready. So, number one, Scentsy gave me an outline and I kind of picked things I love, and this was one thing I love. Your why, right? Most of us, our why is emotional. So when you're sponsoring or having the sponsoring conversation, it's super important to find that emotional trigger for somebody, okay? So, for example, I could say, I'm pregnant. It's a girl, right? That doesn't like bring tears to your eyes. Or I could say, I remember the day, 5:30 in the morning, sitting on the edge of the bathtub, getting those 2 lines and crying my eyes out. And I might cry. It might be the hormones, it might be, I don't know. So, I remember seeing her, didn't know it was a her, on the ultrasound for the first time, and being like, holy crap, there's a baby in there, right? I remember finding out it was a girl, and that was when I lost it. I lost it. I cried. JC cursed because it wasn't a boy. Right? But finding that emotional connection. People don't want to hear about like, oh yeah, Scentsy's great, our scent lasts 8 to 10 hours, blah, 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 blah. No, they want to hear about what Scentsy's done for you. How you've made these amazing friends. I have like my team in here, Team Choosing Destiny, right? They want to hear about the friendships you've built, the trips you've gone on, how you've overcome struggles, whether it's with your self-confidence, okay? That's what you need to trigger in people. They wanted me to talk about a diaper commercial. Diaper commercial. Does that make you cry? Okay. I'm gonna digress if I don't have this in my face. Okay, so when you are having the conversation, avoid throwing up on them. Right? How many of you have been like, Scentsy, so great, you can make some money, but then it really is about how much you want to make, but it's really about how much time you put in. You don't have to put in a lot of time, but blah, 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 and they're like, I don't want to join Scentsy. Like, this girl's crazy, right? Or guy. Or Brian. Brian. Yes. Or guy. I'm sorry. I'll try not to be biased. Guy or girl. Right? Don't throw up Scentsy on them. Just talk about what's amazing about it and what it's done for you. Okay? This is literally going to be 45 minutes of just tips. Okay? And hopefully we have time for questions at the end. Find your style of sponsoring. I can't stress this enough. If you're not the type of person to be like, Stu, you have a really good personality. I want you to join my team. If that's not you, don't do that, okay? If you're more of like the, let me think. So there's direct and indirect. Direct would be, Stu, join my team, okay? Stu. It's my frontline's husband, that's why I keep picking on him. If being direct about someone joining your team is not your thing, that's cool. Maybe it's being indirect. Maybe it's wearing a join t-shirt, right? Maybe it's that big obnoxious button. Yeah, help wanted, or ask me how, or join my team, okay? Find your style, find what you're comfortable with. I personally, how I sponsor, is I start building relationships with people. A lot of the girls that are on my team were my customers or my hostesses. I don't have a guy yet, okay? I'm working on it, working on a guy. But build relationships, get to know them. And it gets to the point where it's like, all right, Carly, you can buy that diffuser. Or you can just join my team. Okay? That's my style. I like to tease people. I like to build the relationships. They become my friends. And eventually, they decide to join. Right? Right. Okay. So, we're going to do a little activity. Okay? So, piece of paper, pen, in your face, or you can just do it in your head. I don't care. So, I want you guys to take a minute and think about the people that are most important in your life. Okay? It can be a mom, friend, brother, sister, okay? And I want you to think about the qualities in them that you value, okay? And then write down those qualities. Give you like 30 seconds. And then I'm going to make you guys share on the microphone. Okay, you guys good? You got some qualities? Okay, who wants to share some qualities? Do that.
Webcam? No. Thank you. Okay, so I picked my husband. So don't tell anybody that I'm talking about him, by the way. Gotta keep mine. So I put strength, I put consistency, he's not lazy, and he's even-tempered.
I picked my kids, my husband, my mom. They're silly, loyal, sexy, and trustworthy.
Direct, do it.
I said my mom because she's strong, crazy. She has a crazy drive and she has an amazing work ethic. And then my dad because he's a leader, a go-getter, and a dreamer.
My dad's my number. Well, now he's not.
Damn right.
Okay, so these are the qualities that you want in teammates, right? Liz wants a sexy teammate. That's cool. Okay, so these are the qualities you want on your team. So think about the people that exemplify these things. These are the people you want to have that joint conversation with. And you know what? It is the biggest compliment. I think we tend to have this fear of sponsoring of like, they're going to think I'm doing it for myself because I want more money. Just like the microphone. They're going to think I'm salesy. They're going to tell me no. First of all, who cares what they think, right? You know in your heart that you're offering an amazing opportunity. So, what you would do You go up to these people and you say, hey, you are one of the, this is true, Carly is one of the most positive people I've ever met in my entire life. That's why I wanted her on my team. Okay? She actually just decided to join because she was awesome. But, okay, that's how you're going to have that conversation. Just pay them a compliment. You're awesome. I want you on my team. I tell people that all the time. And they're going to be like, no, I'm not a salesperson. I hear that all the time. You know what I say? Neither am I. Salespeople suck. Right? Okay. So, let's see. How can these qualities be useful? And again, you know, when you're approaching these people and saying it, don't say it like me, say it like you. That is the biggest thing. I think we get so caught up sometimes in what am I supposed to say? Say what feels natural to you, okay? If you're not the type of person to be like, you're a rock star, then don't say that, right? Be you. Okay, so aside from people you know in your life, people you want to have those conversations with, people you want to pay those compliments to, waitresses. Ask my husband. I have joined conversations with waitresses all the time because they're like the nicest. They have to be. They might not really even like me. They just want a tip. But you're like the nicest person. I had a conversation in Louisiana for leadership with this waitress. Like, you are the sweetest person I've met. You need to join my team. And she's like, oh, stop it. Give her a join packet, get her info, go on your way, okay? Hotel staff, right? We travel a lot with Scentsy. So tip, all those people that registered us don't actually work with Scentsy, some of them. So if you met a really nice person today, go find him and be like, by the way, you're super nice. I don't know if you work at the home office, but if you don't, join my team. Okay? Grocery checkers, right? Lovely people, for the most part. Okay, and your customers and your hostesses. I talk super fast and I'm sorry, but sponsoring is like my jam, so I got a lot of what to talk about. FYI, if I don't get through anything, you guys can totally find me on Facebook, send me a friend request, and I will answer any questions you have. So I expect like 150 friend requests when I get out here. Okay? C-L-I-F-T. Lauren. Picture me, my dogs, and my husband. Okay. So an indirect way, this is not my style, but this might be your style. Indirect way of sponsoring would be, and I hear people do this and it probably works, so maybe I should try it. Of saying, Natasha, I get that you don't want to join my team, but do you know anybody who needs extra money? I'll give you a really sweet prize if you can refer me a teammate. But it kind of gets them in their head like, oh, so, but I could join, right? I need extra money. She's a baby on the way too. I have a baby on the way. I need extra money. I want to stay home with my kids. Paying for daycare sucks, whatever your approach is. It's planting a seed with that person, and it might even be getting you some awesome contacts, okay? So indirect, planting that seed. Okay, now prospecting. Who are you gonna ask? Okay, here's the fun one. Everybody. You guys, the biggest thing with sponsoring is you have to ask. I hear all the time, like, nobody wants to join my team. Well, who'd you ask? One of my coworkers and my sister. Okay. Statistically, 1 out of 10 people that you ask will join your team. That's a lot of people to ask, but you know what? You just start chugging along and asking. There's a superstar director. I don't know if you guys have heard of her. This blew my freaking mind. Debbie Pitts-Palmer. You guys know who she is? She sponsored 76 people last year because she asked everybody. Okay? So get in that habit of you're offering an amazing blessing. Get that itty bitty icky committee. I think that's the first time I've ever said that correctly, the first time. Out of your head, okay? Who cares what they think? Who cares if they think you're a salesperson? You're doing something amazing and offering an amazing opportunity. How many of you would be ticked, I'm using the P word, if you weren't asked to join? Where would you be, right? That would suck, right? 2 people? Really? Only 2 people are that? Okay, 5, good. 5, I like it. Okay. So people you should be asking, your customers. Think of people who spend $200 with you every 3 months. The girl sitting next to you, yeah, I know about you. Okay? Tease them. Be like, okay, I can take your money, or you can join. Be a hobbyist. I can't tell you how many people join as hobbyists and turn into your rock stars. Carly, I'll just join for myself. And this girl kicks butt. She did like $2,000 in sales like 3 or 4 months in a row. Just a hobbyist. Okay? So think of those people, the people who are your best customers. Sometimes it's really hard to give up your best customers, but it pays you back in the long run. They could be your next director. You have no idea, okay? Think of people who say, oh my God, I love Scentsy. Whenever you hear that, they go, oh my God, you should join my team. Okay? Listen for those phrases of, I love Scentsy, or I want everything in the catalog. You can when you're a consultant. Your husband might be annoyed, but I don't know where that word came from. I don't know. It's really weird. Got it for half off, so it's okay. Right? That's one of the best parts about being a consultant, and I tell people when they join, especially my best customers, you fill your whole house with Scentsy. You do it the right way. For free. Right? Okay. When anyone makes any comment about money, you know, I can't afford all the things I want, or oh, but I have to pay for daycare this month, or oh, but I gotta make my car payment. Sweet, join Scentsy. Literally, any excuse you give me, I'm gonna tell you you need to join Scentsy. Right? Okay, so cues. Anytime anybody talks about money, expenses, spouses losing their job or reducing their hours, they need a new car, daycare is expensive, they need a vacation. One of my teammates was just like, girl, I need to go to Mexico. Let's do this, right? Everybody needs a vacation, especially if it's free. We've gone to Nashville for free, Punta Cana for free. Oh, by the way, Gemma has not let me on that boat. I'm so mad. You know, people who want vacations, it's so doable. And any of you, I don't know where everybody's at in their journeys, but no matter where you are, you can earn an incentive trip, okay? Easiest for people who are brand freaking new, because you have nothing to do but go up. So anytime I have that sponsoring conversation and we bring up vacations, I tell them that you're more likely to earn it than I am. You have nothing to do but promote, right? Okay. So think of people you genuinely just want on your team. Like how I said Carly was just awesome sauce. I wanted her on my team. And tell people that. Think of people who have these amazing personalities, these people who have huge, you know, a friend base. My best friend, there was like 200 people at her baby shower. I'm like, you need to join Scentsy. I'm still working on her, okay? Yeah. She's gonna join, I'm gonna get her. But just think about people you want on your team for whatever reason, okay? Maybe because they're sexy, right, Liz? Okay, so here's the fun part. How many of you asked somebody to join your team and they said no? Should be like everybody. Okay. We're going to talk about how to overcome no's. First of all, you need to listen. It's very common to hear no and be like, okay, well, you know, if you change your mind, let me know. Listen to what they're saying. Most people, here's a secret, most people say no because they're scared. They're scared they're going to fail. They're scared that they're going to let you down for whatever reason. And I always tell people, worst case scenario, you end up with this awesome freaking kit, okay, for $99. Worst case scenario, still gonna love you, we're still gonna be friends, it's okay. Best case scenario, you go on vacations for free. You make good money, you make awesome friends, you get to travel the world, right? So listen to what they're saying and respond, don't shut down. If it's, I don't know people, you'd be surprised how many people you know. Or I'm not a sales person. I know, they suck, maybe they're mine, right? Okay, so we're gonna do a little activity. Yeah. Get out a piece of paper, if you want. And think of excuses that you've heard, okay? Reasons people have told you they don't want to join, and take a minute to write them down. Lindsay, write down all the excuses. Candace hasn't joined your team yet.
Will you stand still?
I forgot my husband's recording.
Yeah.
Told my team. All right, you guys got a few? Does anybody want to share? Okay, just yell.
I don't have the time to dedicate to something.
Okay. To which I would say, so I'm going to tell you guys what I say, okay? To which I say, sweet. Put in as much time or as little time as you want, okay? There's some weeks where I might only do an hour. There are some weeks where I might do 8 hours. The beauty of this business is you work whenever you want, and it doesn't take gobs amounts of time to be successful, okay? What else?
Too expensive. Can't afford the kit.
Okay. I hear that a lot. One is $49 to join this month. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, thank you, Scentsy gods. $99, okay? I've had people do fundraisers, or they'll do a garage sale. Or my favorite thing to do is flip my hostesses, and I wish there was a better word for that, because it just sounds bad. Hey, do a party. I'll do your party, okay? And then at the end of that, you decide. And if you decide you want to join, let's join. Party's yours. You make your commission right back. Okay, so you're getting that $99 back right away. What else?
Don't have the money.
To join?
Yeah.
We just said.
Oh, sorry.
I've already done the social network marketing.
Scentsy's the best. No, I really do. I know I saw Scentsy, that's why I believe that. But Scentsy is so consumable, right? And I'm not knocking any other company, so if anybody sells anything, I'm sorry. But do you go through your makeup in a month? No. Do you go through 6 bars of wax in like 2 weeks?
Yes.
Yeah. Scentsy is consumable. And you're not pitching how amazing it is. It's here, smell, right? It's a piece of cake. Just fall in love with that scent. You're not convincing them that they're gonna lose 100 pounds or grow 6 inches or their hair is gonna be down to their ankles or whatever, right? No, it's just your house smells good. Okay, what else? We'll do one more.
I'm not a presenter.
Me neither, look at me, okay? I hear that all the time. I'm not good at talking to people. I'm not good at selling things. You can get better at anything, okay? Driving stick shift. Were we born knowing how to drive stick shift? Does anyone know how to drive stick shift in this room? Yeah, wow, right? Did you guys like come out of the womb and start driving stick? Troy did. No, okay? Did all of us come out of the womb with Scentsy consultant, director, or whatever? No, you get better at things. So I always tell people, like, look, I'm here for you. I will help you overcome any challenges you want. Is it going to be uncomfortable? Yeah. What did Marlo just talk about? Challenges suck when you're in them. And why am I doing this? Why am I uncomfortable? But then once you do it, you're like, oh, that was amazing. I feel really good about myself, right? You'll feel that way when you get your first recruit. You'll feel that way when you promote. It's that nitty gritty, right? Okay, let's do one more.
I don't know people.
Okay, I don't know people. Who here has Facebook? Oh, come on. Like everybody, okay? You'd be surprised how many people you know. I tell people, when you get your consultant kit, or we can even do this before you join, let's really make a list of how many people you know, right? You'd be shocked. Coworkers, their spouses, church, high school, whatever, right? You know a lot of freaking people. And you don't need that many to start off a good business, because then you start doing parties. And you meet their friends, and then you meet their friends' friends, and friends of friends of friends of friends, right? Events too. I met a lot of my girls at events. That's a good way to meet new people. Okay, so, bottom line, don't accept no. Don't just let it go and walk away. Tease them, okay? I told Carly a couple times that she should join my team, okay? It's okay. Danielle told me no. It's okay. Lisa was a freak of nature and was like, hey, I want to join your team. Like, okay. Okay? Don't let it go. And my style is to tease them. Again, all right, I'll take your money. That's cool. Not a big deal. I'll take the free stuff. I don't care. Right? Find your style. But follow up with them about it. Tease them over time, and I promise you they will join. Okay. Social media. Yes, you can sponsor from social media. My biggest tip is be the Scentsy lady, right? There should be, or just, dang it, the Scentsy person, okay? There should be no question about what you do. When people think about Scentsy, they should think about you. You shouldn't hear the question, do you still sell Scentsy? Oh, really, I didn't know. You know, they should be like, oh, I saw you went on a trip. Oh, I saw you went on to this awesome training. Oh, I saw you got this really cute new warmer. They should know you are the Scentsy person, right? Okay. So, with that being said, This is just my personal opinion. Some of you are gonna like probably shoot daggers at me. Don't sell Scentsy on your personal wall. Woo! Please. Listen here. Everybody and their mom is selling something. And you scroll through your Facebook feed and it's like, you get to the point where it's unfollow, 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 because that's all you see, is them trying to sell you something. That's not what Facebook is for. Facebook is for connecting. So, when you talk about Scentsy on your personal wall, you want to talk about all the things it's done for you, okay? Post a picture about being here today, right? Maybe with a little, like, I love hashtags because they're so subtle, like hashtag join my team, right? And you're not selling anything, okay? So share about what it's doing for you. If you're going on trips, if you have a new favorite scent, new favorite warmer, whatever. But don't say, this 6-pack is $30, okay? No, just please. That's what your VIP groups and your business pages are for, okay? Just my opinion. I got like one woo out of that, so I feel you all hate me for that. But sorry. Okay. Remember that people are always watching you, okay? So even if they don't comment, even if they don't like, how am I doing on time?
I don't know.
Hold on.
11:13. Yeah, 30 minutes. We're moving along. Even if they're not commenting, they're watching you. I just had my husband get me a new teammate, one of the firefighters' wives. She doesn't comment on anything. She's never even bought from me. And she's like, I want to go on a vacation. You look like you have so much fun. She's never come to any of my parties, but she was watching, okay? People are always watching. So again, don't throw up Scentsy, but just share what it's done for you. So just some examples of what you can share. Your experiences, your friendships, travel, your favorite scent, what your paycheck did for you, freedom, your freedom, right? Again, I love those subtle hashtags, even when I go to California a lot because I'm obsessed with my 3-year-old niece, Poppy Yale Pester, you ask her. She's amazing. And anytime I go to California on a Wednesday, which not a lot of people can do, hashtag living that Scentsy life. I'm just subtly saying, hey, I have the freedom to drive to San Diego because I want to, okay? All right, so let's see. Activity. 1 minute. You guys have 1 minute. Write down one way or two, whatever you can do in a minute, of how Scentsy has added value to your life. And go. Okay, you guys good? Anybody want to share? Yell. Do it, yeah.
Well, my husband's in the military, so friendships, we move a lot. So it's like the majority of the people that we meet have all been from Scentsy because I sell, so that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. A lot of my customers have become my friends. It's pretty cool. Okay, what else?
Tax write-off.
Yes! My team makes fun of me. Everything is a tax write-off. You being here today is a freaking tax write-off. Okay? I don't know if she's here. Amy, she's not here. Amy? No? Looking at you, Jeanette.
Oh,
They literally joined because it was for a tax write-off. Beautiful. Love tax write-offs. Okay, what else?
My house was amazing and I met my friend.
You met your twin? Your soul twin? Your Scentsy soulmate?
Basically.
Yeah, your house smells good all the freaking time. I have a little bit of a problem. My husband will probably shout out an amen. I have a leaking heart for animals. We have 4 cats, 2 dogs. Yeah, one has one eye. Her name's Kitty Purry. She's my favorite. Kitty Purry, get it? But hey, does my house smell like I have animals? Probably a little bit, but not a lot because I have Scentsy. Okay, what else?
confidence.
Do it. Yeah, it's fun. Being an adult sucks. Yeah? You gotta pay bills, you gotta make your own food, you gotta clean your house. Scentsy's kind of fun. You get paid to, I get paid to go to people's houses and drink their wine and eat their food. Okay? Yes, confidence. We all have confidence.
I did.
Yes, confidence is huge. For those of you, I don't know, I mean, this might be for people who haven't even been in that long. Am I the same person today that I was 3 or 4 years ago? Absolutely not. I was super negative. But Scentsy's awesome, and I realized that I was kind of a tool, and I needed to change the way I life, okay? You have fun.
It allowed me to be a leader.
Yes. Having a team, I tell my team that all the time. Having a team is the best. Like, these are my girls. And these folks are here. Okay? I love my team. And a lot of them have become like really close friends. And getting to see people succeed is awesome. So, the point of all of that, share that on Facebook. Okay? Share all those amazing things. Okay? So, be consistent. I said already, be the Scentsy lady or guy. Okay? Be the Scentsy person. There should be no room for doubt. Okay? No room for doubt. You are Scentsy. I already said this, but build a business page and a VIP page. This is where you do your sales. This is where you talk about things that are, new products. Unless it's a unicorn.
That one on my wall.
You put that on your personal wall, okay? Unicorns. Gemma's room is unicorn themed, so I was like refreshing my phone all day yesterday. All right. One thing though, and this is like the best tip ever, and I didn't come up with it, I can't take credit for it. Ask before you add somebody to your VIP page, okay? It shows respect. How many of you, and I'm not going to say any specific direct sales, get added to some freaking group you don't want to be in to buy some overpriced stuff? Yeah, like every day, and it's like, I don't want to. So send a simple message. You can copy and paste of, hey, I have a VIP page. Do you want to be added? It's where I post when there's sales. It's where I post when new products come out. Or I send them the link. Add yourself. Okay? So ask, please. Ask. Okay. Facebook is great for focusing on that connection to find those teammates. Okay? So focus on those friendships, building those relationships, learning about them, and commenting on their posts. Just build relationships. The teammates, the customers, and the hostesses will come naturally. Okay? Don't be salesy. Don't be like, so, do you want to be a millionaire? Join my team. No, just be like, you're awesome. Like. And they're going to be like, oh, she's cool. I want to join her team. Right. Best tip of the day. You're like, this girl's crazy. Okay. Trying to bust through these.
You've got 10 minutes if you're worried about time.
10?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah. Just that far.
11:30? Really?
Yeah.
Dang, I'm sorry, guys. I've had an hour. Okay. So, my tips for overcoming recruiting struggles. Write down some struggles that you feel like you have for sponsoring. And it's going to be like really fast. We only have 10 minutes. So what's holding you back? Don't just stare at me. Rejection, okay. Yeah, let's just shout it out. I want to hear what you guys think. Like, why are you not asking people to join your team?
Not putting yourself in situations to do so.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, if you're a homebody, it's hard to get out of that house sometimes. What else? Cussed out. You got cussed out? Oh. Then you give him a hug and you walk away. Okay, what else?
Losing good customers.
Huh?
Losing good customers.
Losing your customers? That's hard. That is. If you're like type A and you're a control freak, you're like, but are you going to take care of them the way I do? Okay, I get it. Okay, so here's the thing. You guys need to knock all that junk out of your head, first of all. Okay, we talked about in the general section about the belief. If you believe that all these things are, okay, who's read The Secret? Please, hands, thank you. If you have not read The Secret or watched the movie, you need to. The movie's super corny, but it has a good message. Okay, what you believe, what you think, what you put out into the universe is what you're gonna get. If you're the type of person, and I know literally, I've even done this, all of you have done this, so nobody's gonna join my team. They're gonna say no. I'm not a good leader. They're not gonna wanna be my friend anymore. They're gonna cuss me out. That's exactly what you're gonna get. Okay? But if you go into it with, I don't know, they might join my team, that'd be cool. Or I always tell them, I'm gonna get you eventually. I always tell them that, and they're like, yeah, okay. And then a year later, they're like, so, I wanna join your team. Okay? So, what you believe is what you're gonna get. My tips, you have to ask. You have to ask. You can't just send it out in the universe and expect people to join your team. you have to ask, okay? Hand out 10 join packets a month. Remember at the beginning I said 1 out of 10 people statistically join. Hand out 10 packets a month. I always have join packets in my backpack for that reason, okay? Hand out 20 if you want 2 people. Who cares, right? Just, you should join my team. Get their info, go on the way. I love adding people to Facebook after I give them so that I can follow up with them, right? Facebook's not like super creepy. Like I think if you're like, so can I have your phone number? No. Here's my fake email, right? Or here's my fake phone number. But people are cool with Facebook for some reason where there's, I'm gonna go on a tangent. Okay, so hand out 10 join packets a month and 50 samples a month. Okay? Carly. I know I keep picking on Carly. That whole story they talk about washer whiffs, that's how I got this girl. Hand out washer whiff samples, and some people are gonna be like, oh my god, this stuff's amazing. And it'll plant that seed to get somebody to join your team. So 10 packets a month, 50 samples. I put the join brochure, and I love that it's a host join brochure now, in every single new order. Anytime anybody's ordered from me the first time, boop, you're getting a join brochure, okay? Make a dream team wish list. And what I need, you know that handy dandy list of 100. I have my list of 100, and then I printed it out again, and I have my list of 100 people that are gonna join my freaking team someday, okay? Your dream team, I'm telling you, it's the secret, putting it out there in the universe, making that list, seeing it every day. It feels so good when you can go up and be like, boop, I got her, or him, okay? Lisa Hadley, the lady who's gonna join my team, boop, crossed her off my list. That felt so good. Okay, make a dream board to inspire you. I love dream boards. And it can be whatever the heck you want. I have a pig on mine, because I want a pig. And I'm gonna get pigs and baby. But I have a baby on there, because we've been trying to get pregnant for a really long time. And guess what? There's fun in the oven, right? So put things on your dream board that inspire you. It doesn't necessarily have to all be Scentsy. If you're really motivated to get a new car, put a new car up there. But have it in your face every day. So then when you have those days where you're like, I don't want to have this joint conversation, or I'm afraid of what she's going to say. Dream board. Okay, yeah, I want to go on this cruise. Okay, I want to go to Mexico in 6 months. Yes? Yes, going to Mexico. Hey, who's going to babysit my 6-month-old for me? Yeah, okay. All right. Who went to reunion in Nashville? Anybody? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just do it. If you sit there and talk yourself out of why you shouldn't ask this person to join your team, you will not do it, okay? You will go down some freaking rabbit hole of what a terrible person you are. It's gonna get weird, right? But if you just, okay, I'm just gonna go ask, right? Don't think about what you're gonna say. Don't think about what they're gonna say. Just do it. And once you've done it, you're like, oh, that wasn't that bad, right? Wasn't that hard? Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's from Mel Robinson, by the way. She's amazing. Again, avoid throwing out Scentsy, okay? Keep it pretty minimal. Take this standpoint. I love this. Our superstar director told us this, Jess Markowitz. Not asking someone to join your team is selfish. It is. Think about it like that. You're not offering somebody an opportunity to change their life. You're not offering them an opportunity to go on a free vacation, or make more money, or make friends, or have a good smelling house, right? Adopt that standpoint of it's selfish not to ask. Okay, again, it's a numbers game, right? So don't give up. You might have to ask 20, 30, 40 people before you get that one. Don't take it personally, okay? It is a numbers game, 100%. Takes time and dedication. Okay, so for example, I want to give an example. In case you guys didn't get that, I'm going to give an example, because I've said it like 6 times. My first year of Scentsy, I was terrified to sponsor, okay? It was like people I was comfortable with, who were like my friends, or they asked me about it, right? So my first year, I think I did sponsor Natasha. Maybe 3 or 4 people. I think I had 7 people at my first reunion, and they weren't all from me, okay? Last year, I asked everybody I could, and I got annual mentor and sponsored about 20 people, okay? So it's just getting out of your head giving it the time and the dedication, learning how to ask, okay? Okay. Supposed to talk about retaining, but I'm just going to give you one tip so that you guys can ask questions. My biggest tip to you for retaining is to build a culture that people don't want to leave, okay? Like my team, they're my girls. They're my homies. We do potlucks, we text message, we make fun of each other, Natasha laughs at me. You know, build a culture that people don't want to leave. That is my biggest tip for retaining. And make sure they have all the resources, okay? So we have like 3 minutes. Does anybody have any questions? Come on.
What's your name again?
Lauren Clift. Clift. Hey, neighbor. Okay, anybody else?
I have a question. You're saying it's a tax write-off. Do you lose money on your taxes or do you gain?
Me?
Yeah.
Personally? Okay, we're gonna get real. Right now I gain. Because your first couple of years should essentially be a loss. And what I mean is, how can I say this? You have to invest in yourself, right? So my first couple paychecks might have been invested in training or reunion or going to world tour or buying books or signing up for webinars or whatever or building my stock, okay? So you have to invest a little bit in yourself. So typically, if you start going on the trips especially, you're gonna lose, but that means you get back. You ideally want to get to the point where you're making like $200,000 a year. And yeah, you might have to pay the tax guy a little bit, but you're making $200,000 a year. Okay? Does that make sense? Okay. What else you guys got? Don't be afraid.
Maybe like a challenge. What do you got?
What you got? Yeah, I'll give you nothing if you ask a question. I have nothing for you. Nothing about how I would overcome an objection? Yes.
What is the average consultant intake a year?
It varies.
And I get that, but what, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to tell someone, it's like, I know it can be as big as you want it to be or whatever.
Yeah.
But what is like, hey, you want to make an extra 10,000? This is what you need to do. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
so I don't know specifically, but she can probably print it out for you. We have an income disclosure statement in our business resources that breaks it down. And honestly, in my opinion, it's kind of depressing. You're like, a director made $50 this year, but it's super important to stress you get out what you put in. And unfortunately, most people join and quit. I'm sorry, but it's true, right? Or they join and they don't do anything. The rock stars are not the norm, but you guys can be the rock stars if you invest the time. So hopefully that answers your question. Okay, what else? Anything? Yeah, 1 minute.
This might be a hard one, but when you have people that are up for cancellation, what's your biggest tip to help retain them?
Oh, that's the worst, right? You see that check next to their name? Man, especially like, unfortunately, like January, right? In June and July, you're like, oh my God. First of all, I will say, this is kind of mean, but it's true, you're doing your spring pruning, okay? You're getting ready for growth, people are gonna start joining your team. It's that time of year where people drop off. To retain them, I send a text message or a Facebook message around the 15th of the month because they get an email from Scentsy on the 1st, right? They don't need to hear from me. They got it, hopefully. On the 15th, around the middle of the month, I'll text them and say, hey, I saw you're on the will cancel list. I really don't want to lose you. What can I do to help you? And I just see what they say. My tips for them are always host your own freaking party, okay? Sniff, especially now. Last chance for dance parties, right? Perfect time. Follow up. Oh my God, that like makes my stomach hurt knowing how many people don't follow up. You can get $200 in sales in 1 day of follow-up, okay? Probably even an hour of follow-up. So I tell them, especially now, follow up with every single person that's ordered from you since September, and just send them the discontinued list, right? Okay, hopefully that's good. Okay, so we're like a minute over. Is anybody like, oh, I really want to ask this, or are we good? No? Okay, so it's lunchtime. I'm definitely not going to cut into that. So be free, my little birds, and thank you.
Am I still supposed to record this? Alright, I'm done. She's done.